So let's see what we got. We got Sig, Hog, Widow, Hanzo. Alright. Yeah, we got some weirdness. So I'm already guessing plat and below, but who knows? Hey, Magic Turtle, how's it going? Anyway, I'm just going to watch the first little bit, get a sense of how you play, and then I'm going to start talking.
Attackers incoming.
Look for patterns before I start pointing out mistakes, because, you know, sometimes we just make a mistake. Sometimes it's a problem. Alright, well, our Widow's popping off already. That's a good sign. Okay. Oh, your Hog just tanked that for you. But was just playing Overwatch with a bunch of children? Oh no. Like actual squeakers, or... Yes. Oh man. When I still played on console, I remember getting, like, actual 6-year-olds. Not, like, all the time, but, like, a lot more regularly than you see them on PC. Okay. I'm thinking gold or plat. Yeah. Your mechanics aren't that bad, but, and I'm not saying this to flame you, my dude, your positioning is horrific. It's kind of a good thing, because that's a hell of a lot easier to fix than mechanics, IMO. So, like, let's start this over. You know what? I'll talk about ability management later. There was some stuff there too, but one thing at a time. I'm not even going to talk about that on this first point. I know it'll come up again. Let's just talk about positioning. So, starting up here, I like this. We're coming over here for an angle. This is all fine. Got a shield for us and our Hanzo. And here, this is kind of fine because we drop to try to bail out our Hog so he doesn't feed. Like, I get that. The enemy team is far enough back. We got a corner. This isn't like a suicidal move for you. And you might save your Hog here. So, like, so far so good, actually. And you do. You get your Hog out. You do some damage. And now, we don't want to be looking at this. Sigma's not a main tank. Sigma is an off tank, just like Hog. And when you have a double off-tank meta like this, like, don't get me wrong, Hog Sig can actually be fine. I think it's super strong and ranked a lot of the time. You two just do so much damage, you're pick machines. But you're not Reinhardt, yeah? You're not a frontline tank. You can't just, oh, we don't have a frontline tank, well, I guess that's me now. I have to pretend to be the frontline tank? Nah. You guys just don't have a frontline, yeah? And that's fine. Frontlines are overrated. Yeah, a frontline isn't something you have to have. A frontline is one style of playing. It's the Reinhardt style of playing, in fact. He is the only tank in the game that wants to stand where you are standing right now. Hey, Cinda. I love Hog Sig. I feel like Hog is shit, but I love playing him. You know what? It depends entirely on... I shouldn't say entirely. I see Hogs being a fucking menace in, like, 4,500 games. Like, Hog is strong all up and down the ladder right now. He's just... Hog is not as strong as a coordinated team that isn't playing Hog, but he thrives so strong... So, like, he thrives on discoordinated play, which is ranked. At any elo that's ranked. If you're hoping for scrims when you get into high elo, I'm sorry, it's not going to happen. It's still going to be Hog rolling your team because everyone's disorganized. So, like, but you can also shut him down if you can create some coordination. So, like, you can stun him out of his heal. Ana just lives to shut this dude down. Hanzo can burst him down surprisingly hard. Never mind, your Hog can also fuck him up. So you guys could, as a strat, choose to just focus this Hog down at any time he peeks his head out. and just completely ruin his day. He doesn't get to do anything because as soon as he does, he's antied, slept, rocked, hooked, and storm arrowed to death. Like, he's just fucked. I posted a code, it's a win, but I'm mostly interested in the part that wasn't going so well. So, anyway, let's get back to... Oh, we will definitely get to that, Cinda. The Anna murders Hog? Yeah. I spend a good amount of time shutting down Hog on Sig. Yep. You shield his hooks and you rock his heels. Every time he starts to vape, you rock it. And if you can predict when he's going to vape, so you can hit him as it starts, because you have that long-ass wind-up, that's even better. So, like, most Hogs, when they get around half health, they're going to vape. Or if you see them start to turn around and walk away, they're going to vape. So there's your prediction right there to rock him. Anyway, so right now, where we want to go is here, where they can't see us, and we just start bouncing our projectiles off of this. And as the cart pushes up, we back, yeah? Sigma is all about his spacing, and actually, so spacing is just super important for everyone, and Sigma is learning spacing on easy mode, because your spacing is determined by your primary fire, which does a small AoE when it self-destructs at the edge of its range. So if you're always playing at the edge of your range, you can miss by a pretty wide margin and still deal damage. Not max damage, but at least it's something, yeah? So you want to keep them at arm's length, at the edge of your range. And if they start getting closer, you can do little tricks like bouncing the rocks off the ground, but mostly you just want to back up, yeah? Sigma dies when the enemy walks on top of them, which is why he has so many cooldowns designed to prevent them from ever getting to you, yeah? You're the sniper tank. Does a sniper want to stand here? Nope. A sniper wants high ground off angles, yeah? So we kind of back up a bit, but now see how we're backed up here in open space? You can't hide from all this damage, yeah? And it's a huge bad habit that tanks tend to have, because you're spoiled. You have a shield, you have suck, you have 400 HP, like, your shield health is only 100, but it regens on its own, so that's kind of nice. So you can fairly often get out of situations alive by blowing all your cooldowns. And that's not really a great way to play. It's much better to get to choose to use your cooldowns and commit them when and where you want to, not have to use them just to stay alive, yeah? So if we're backing up here, who can shoot us? I mean, the Hog a little bit. Ryan can't swing on us. Meanwhile, we're doing damage. And, oh, somebody's up there. We shoot our projectile right there, and it bounces around, and maybe we can clear them out. And then we just keep backing and backing. And around here, now we're controlling this flank angle. If somebody tries to take it, we can just be like, no, we got cover. We can control down there. We have these great sight lines. We can do so much from up there. As the cart gets around, yeah? Well, you can't get up there now, yeah? You have to have planned this in advance. So we just back up here this whole time, yeah? High ground off angles, they're what you want. And if you know that in advance, that determines your pathing. And you just try to find optimal routes, yeah? Going to the other high ground, if we try to come up this way, like around here, we have nothing to do all this time. We can't shoot anyone, we're just out of the fight. So, like, that's why that one would be bad. Boom. Does it do AoE when it hits directly? It does, I believe, yeah. It's just when it detonates, it does a small amount of splash damage. And it self-destructs at the edge of its range. My temp account doesn't have nitro, I can't post my clip. Oh no! Do you have to have nitro to post clips on Discord? Yep. And so, like, that Hog, we're just playing right out in front, and if Hog lands his hook on you and hooks you into his team, you're fucked. Yeah? You're just absolutely rolled. You live here because your Hog probably accidentally tanked that hook for you. As an off tank, whether you're playing with a main tank or another off tank, I don't really care. As an off tank, it is straight up your job to mark the enemy flankers and other off tank. So this hog, it's your job to watch him and block his hook. Straight up. You need to be, if you don't know where he is, if you aren't in a position to put your shield in front of his hook, you need to move and get there. Yeah? You save your team from this asshole. Like, you're so good at doing it. As Sigma, you got shield, you got rock, you got suck if he does happen to get you. Yeah, like... And now we got somebody on a high ground off angle. That's also our job to deal with, yeah? And instead, we're poking at a hog that we can't kill. We're just shooting the front line here. Okay. Dragon's a little unlucky. That rock was good. And, like, this is good, actually. Like, don't get me wrong. We don't want to be here. Like, obviously, this is not our dream position, yeah? But from the moment of that dragon, like, this backing and, like... playing this corner and etc. was really good. It genuinely was. Like, you took a shit situation and now we're about to push onto the cart. Since we've seen this, I know it doesn't work, but like, that microcosm of a moment was really good. We want to look for that, yeah? We're backing and we're staying alive. We're backing and we're staying alive and we're playing cover. Good. Now you got hella health off of that. We whiffed our ult. That's unlucky, but, like, it was a good time to use it. We might have been able to block that with shield, maybe not. But also, here's the thing. Where is it? At this moment, we see that our hog is on. Yeah? Which means we don't have to be. And we don't want to be. We want to be somewhere where we can deal damage and kill things. So we got a half-health Rhine, a half-health Hog, a Genji we can't really do anything about right now. And that's it. So what do? Well, if Hog's on, I would back to here. Oh, and there's a Mercy. Never mind. Seeing the Mercy, actually... No, we can't really get to the Mercy either. I take it back. We just come to here. And actually, you could shoot the Mercy right there. That's about the right range. And we're doing Splash 2 or just right over the dumpster there. Or, shoot, rock, shoot, just roll this Reinhardt while our hog is fighting these guys. Yeah? And then maybe we can push back on. He's whole hogging. It's 2v4. Like, the likelihood that you guys pull this off is slim. Like, I'll be real. It's not likely. But there is a path to victory here. There genuinely is, yeah? We could, with the help of our hog, hard carry the shit out of this right now, even though we whiffed our ult. Live, kill this guy. This is called controlling angles from here. Like, we can shoot the Rhine, no one else can shoot us. Like, maybe that Genji, but he's clearly already looking at the respawns, and that's actually part of what makes this possible. Because Genji isn't killing Cart, because he's already pushing ahead, assuming this is a done deal, we kill that Rhine. We walk up, we kill the Mercy, and with the help of our hog, we kill this asshole, yeah? Genji comes back, and we kill the Genji. That's like your order of operations. It's going to be hard as shit. It's unlikely, but it's fully possible. Okay. Especially since the Rhine died right there, so we would have still been alive. Our hog dies. Who is? I just want to see. Oops. Oh, did the Mercy... Yeah, the Mercy had a Pock Valk, so we at least got another ult out of them. Kills that. So imagine we're still alive right now. Shooting this guy. We could have rocked that heal, maybe, and canceled that. And yeah, it would be hard to kill through Valk, but not too hard with Hog focusing him down. Your Hog probably dies either way, but maybe you kill their Hog right after, and then it's you versus a Valkyrie Mercy on the cart. You genuinely could have carried that. You were so close, dude.
Stop the payload.
Insanely good game of Valorant this morning. Oh, hey, Calamari. Just make a new account and pretend to be new, no pressure. Okay. So, we talked about your positioning. I'm going to keep talking about it because it's the most important thing, but I'm going to look a little bit closer at our cooldown management, yeah? So, again, we already know, because I talked about it, I'm not going to harp on it, we want to be up here. Hog has got the right idea. In fact, our whole team except you seems to have... Well, no, sorry. Your supports are down here, but your supports are down here because you are... If you were up here, both tanks and a DPS up here, the supports are up here too. They just would be. I don't care if they know that this is where they're supposed to be. They wouldn't be down here all by themselves. Not with the whole team up here, yeah? Whole team up here. So, you're getting your supports to throw because they're trying to keep you alive. We get up here, and if Hog's holding there, then we could hold here, which, yeah, we don't know that there's a Widow popping up there, but it's more this idea of creating a crossfire. Because as the cart pushes down... Here, let me... bird's eye view this for you. Boom. So let's say we're here, yeah? As the cart pushes around, and it's here, well, now they're pinched between you and your Hog, yeah? They're being shot from every angle. Your DPS are up here, your supports are up here. This is a Reinhardt. He can't just jump up there. He has to fucking run his happy ass around to these stairs to come push you. That's why high grounds are so strong. Which means you're just shooting into them for free. He can't shield both of you. He can't do shit about this. If they don't clear these high grounds first, which actually meant coming through this cave, clearing you off, clearing these guys off, systematically taking over these high grounds first, and then they push the cart to here, they lose this fight. They just straight up lose it. They're short of, like, insane ults, but, like, Hog's not going to ult you from down there. Ryan's not going to ult you from down there. Like, but because you are down here, you're giving Reinhardt someone to fight. Reinhardt, right now, is the most garbage tank in the game. He's like the bastion of tanks. His entire team has to play around him, and if they don't, and swap to heroes to match him, and if they don't, then, like, it's just garbage, and if they do, it's just kind of okay. Like, don't talk about my boy like that. Ryan for life. Oh no. Look, it's nothing against the hero or the people that play him, but unless you're like LH Cloudy, you're not getting to GM on Reinhardt. Because of this. Because you just surround him and shoot him and you don't fight him. Why on earth would you let Ryan swing his hammer on you? You have range. So, like, you're just giving him a fight right now. Anyway. High ground off angles. Create crossfires, yeah? Don't let them walk on you. Those are, like, the biggest things. But, here we are. We go for the rock, but that's a hard one. Would have been a lot easier if we were up there. I'll shut up now. Arana gets the ante. And we're frontlining. We barely dodged the hook. Probably wanted to suck first, shield later, just to get more health, because you'd be closer. Because, like, it has a huge spread, yeah? So if you're closer to it, you would suck up more of that, get more health. And then you could, like, even let him knock you back with some of that health, and then put your shield out, so the shield doesn't have to soak up quite as much. The Moira tanked the hook for the Sig. Yeah, his whole team's been tanking hooks for him. Okay. And we can't touch. Unlucky. Sorry, I'm being a little bit meaner on this one than I usually am, because the post on Reddit, like, it was tilted. Like, he was saying, like, I'm trying not to be toxic, but, and so, like, I get the frustration, dude. I really do. I feel it. But you're incorrect. This isn't your team throwing it. Yeah? They might be. To be fair, they might all be making their own mistakes. They probably are. They're probably all fucking up different things in different ways. But right now, the hardest throw I've seen is actually you. Just straight up because of where you're standing. Yeah? You're not Reinhardt, and you need to not pretend to be. Your mechanics seem to be good. Your abilities, I see we're not really thinking about, so I'm gonna, like, I keep saying I'm gonna talk about them, we're gonna talk about them, don't worry. But, like, we gotta fix our positioning, dude, and we gotta know what our job is. Our job is controlling high ground off angles, denying them from the enemy flankers, and marking people like Hog or those same flankers, people that we can do stuff about, people with abilities we can cancel with Rock, or important things we can block with our shield. And that's what your shield is for. Your shield is not for random damage. It's not like just soak up all the spam so we can kill things from behind a shield. It's only 700 HP, yeah? You see how fast it evaporates in what I assume, like I said, is gold, maybe plat. You see how quickly it goes. Imagine as you climb, it's just going to disappear. Looks like my gold games. I guess this is 1800 to 2200. Yeah, I'm thinking this is gold so far. If this Sig was in my game, I'd be very, very sad, unless he'd be in the enemy team for me to farm. So, anyway, you want to think about what you're blocking with your shield. Now, if this was about blocking the headshot from the Widow, legit, that's a good thing to block. Blocking hooks, well, I get that this is your Ana, but, like, if they have an Ana, blocking nade is huge. Yeah. Think about what you're blocking. Try to block important cooldowns or things that will actually kill a teammate. Again, this is your team, but, like, if you see the grenade mine combo coming through and not just grenade spam will destroy your shield. But the grenade mine coming through together, that can straight up one-shot a squishy, yeah? I do that shit all the time. It's fun. So block it or eat it. You could use your suck for that too, depending. And then that's the other thing, your suck. There are important things that we can eat. Some ultimates, some cooldowns, we can look for those. And then the other thing is, that's what you want to use for the huge wave of spam or damage that's coming in, because it gives you shield health, which then makes you tankier. It allows you to take a more aggressive position and do some things, because the damage that you're taking is essentially free. Like, that shield health falls off anyway, so, like, might as well get it shot off while we're accomplishing something with it, yeah? And so, like, we want to use it for maximum shield to then make a play with, not just randomly, but so we can use that shield health. Or we want to use it, again, to eat something super important. Yeah? Eat an ultimate if we can. Eat, like I said, on a nade. That's huge. I use my suck for, oh, I fucked up, I shouldn't be here, emergency button. I mean, to be fair, you don't want to have to use it for that, but that is a valid use for it. Like, there's no such... I shouldn't say there's no such thing. We're never going to play perfectly. Like, you're not a pro player. I'm not a pro player. We're not going to have flawless games. So, yeah, sometimes having that extra cooldown because, oh fuck, we made a mistake, that's alright too. Like, if you don't have a good reason to use your suck, you might as well hold it. Like, if we can't get that huge amount of shield, or we just don't have any need for that huge amount of shield health, or there isn't an important cooldown to suck, then fuck it. We just hold on to that cooldown as our emergency oh shit button. Maybe somebody gets the drop on us. Maybe just an enemy player makes a really good fucking play. It's not so much that we fucked up as they did something really good. Yeah? And now we have that. I don't know. Good ol'. So, I saw you do the thing where you kind of move off to the side. That's really good. We really want to take cover when we use our ult. You can put your shield out in front of you, and then hold crouch when you hit ult, and you'll dip above your shield, and then you'll drop right below it. It would have been fine in this situation because you were looking at a Cassidy and a Reinhardt. If they had, like, an Ana, for example, she might hit that sleep, so we want to be careful about doing that play, but, like, get to cover, whatever, yeah? And then the other thing that was good about that is one ult for one kill is good value, yeah? I mean, the Ana nanoed you, you can't control that, and also you got 2 people in your ult, so it was fine anyway. But, like, just think, one kill per ultimate used should be, like, the dream, yeah? And if you use one ult, if you use your ult to just solo ult one person and kill them, that might be enough. You guys then get to take a 6v5. Unless they counter with ults, you'll probably win most 6v5s. Give or take. Yeah? Obviously, bigger ults is better, but, like, don't tunnel on that. And the sooner you use your ult, the sooner you start building your next one. Which is just sort of a note, not a problem I've seen from you yet. Like, we seem to be using our ults, actually, with decent timing. Decent timing and well, we whiffed the one, but, like, I saw what you were going for. It would have been decent value if you'd hit it. That was unlucky. Like, my point is, I'm not too worried about how you use your ultimate. And in fact, so ability management is a good thing, but that's the next thing you should be working on, yeah? The second thing you work on is your ability management. The first thing is your positioning. Positioning and knowing what your job is, which will change game to game depending on your comp, their comp, etc. So, like, as a general guideline, though, it's all about controlling off angles. And here's a note about controlling. Controlling does not mean stay here against all comers forever, yeah? We're in a low enough elo that you will not often have help up here. That's just how it is. It doesn't mean you shouldn't come here anyway, yeah? Because spacing, if we maintain our spacing, if we don't let them walk on us, if we use our cooldowns well, it's still incredibly difficult for them to kill you, yeah? So we can just back up, back up, back up. If they have hella dive, that might be different, but they don't, yeah? Or, sorry, if they have hella dive and that dive is actually coming for you, then you might have to change this up. But since they don't, you don't. So we're up here, and we're just shooting people for free, basically. And hey, this Cassidy wants to come up here, so we shoot him, and we say no. He hits a couple of headshots, we use our cooldowns, but he has a mercy pocket. Like, he fights us long enough that, you know, he's gonna win it if we stay here. That might happen. We don't want it to, but, like, what do? We leave. Yeah? We maintain that spacing. We back up. We give space. Sigma is all about giving up space, but making the enemy team pay for every inch of it. So by the time he stops backing up and takes a real fight, they have nothing. They're just worn down to nubs, and you just blow them up, yeah? So we shoot, we back up. We shoot, we get forced out. We shoot, we back up for a better angle. We shoot. Oh shit, we just killed 6 people, and now we take as much space as we can. Maybe we come to here, up on top of this thing, and now we shoot as they push in, and we shoot, and we back up, and we shoot, and we change angles. You know, whatever. Maybe we hold this side, maybe we hold that side. That's kind of up to you, up to what your team is doing, up to what the enemy team is doing, but that's the idea, yeah? High ground off angles, never let them walk on you. And then from there, mark their flankers. So if the Cassidy is wandering around over on this side, and no one is doing anything about that, well, you're an off tank, so you're somebody who can do something about that. So we come over here and we make this cast fuck off. Because otherwise, he's going to flank and kill your Ana. He happens to be up here, so we take this lane. And we hold this, and we don't let him up here. I just looked up at the ults. I'm like, why is he coming up here? Because he has High Noon. Whoops, wrong button. Like, as soon as I saw the cast here, I just assumed he had High Noon, and guess what? He does. Before I even looked. Why did I know he had High Noon? because he's taking a high ground off angle in an elo where no one has been doing that. His play style has changed. You will find that from now until like 4.2, 4.4-ish, somewhere around there, everyone is insanely predictable all the time if you just watch them. Yeah? The moment their playstyle changes, they have ult almost every time, or they're looking to make some kind of play. Like, if he didn't have ult, he might be looking to, make a flash play for his Ryan or something. Who knows? But soon as I saw this, I'm like, oh, he has ultimate. Put that in your head. Watch how the enemy team is playing, and when it changes up, when they do something different, they have ult. You can deal with Castle, yeah? You can put your shield in his face. You can use Suck if you're close enough to teammates to help them, or if you yourself can't get away from it, yeah? But here we're about to get pinched, and from the moment... Okay, good. We go to deal with that angle, not from the best place, and then we leave. So he just went high ground and he took it, and we got hooked into their team because we're frontlining. Why does this motherboard have fucking torque screws? Because they hate you. Why would they do that? It is definitely also a how did that Reaper get there button. If Hog is hooking him, Hog ain't hooking his supports. That's true. But, unlike if he were playing D.Va, when Hog hooks him, he will probably die. Unless, like, the Hog is all alone. If the Hog's hooking him into his team, he's fucked. If you were playing D.Va, then tanking the hook could be a viable strat, because then you just DM all the damage and fly the fuck out. Yeah. So there's their defense. I'm just going to take a quick peek at the attack, but this Hog is really telegraphing his hooks, though. Oh, yeah. That's the thing. If you just watch them, like, that's the dirty secret of high-level Overwatch, is nobody is reacting to anything, more or less. I mean, occasionally they do, and it's true that really high elo players have very good reaction times, but the vast majority of the time, they're not, because reacting to shit is hard as fuck. It's so easy to just know it's coming. To know Hog has hook, because you haven't seen it in long enough. And so we watch the Hog. And when Hog moves into a position where he can throw his hook, we throw our shield, and we block his hook. And then he has to back up. We pull our shield back. We have a few seconds to do whatever, and then we look for the Hog again, and we throw our shield in his face. Like, you have to watch the people you want to do something about, and you can do something about flankers, Hogs, etc. Oh, okay, so now we're going to play Roadhog on attack. Let's see how it goes. We're partnered with a Rhine. It's not the best for a Reinhardt, but we already talked about why Rhine is a garbage tank anyway. Whatever. We're in a... I'm going to assume misclick. But yeah, we're in a low enough elo that, like, the Rhine will probably have people to swing on. Oh, and they're running Rhine too. Good hook. Good kill. That Doomfist, you're an off-tank. He's your job. Yeah? Whether you were on Sig, you're on Hog, I don't care. He's your job. Yeah? Oh! That was good. That was just unlucky. Yeah? And that was good too. Their Hog just sort of left you for some reason. Whatever. Honestly, so far so good on the Hog. Alright, buddy, let's see the cracked Hog. Already better Hog than Sig? Yeah, actually. If this is just how you're always playing, like, there's some stuff missing, but... Okay. Honestly, that hook was fine. I'm waiting for you to get a chance at the proper Hog 1v1. We've been holding our vape for way too long. We should have used it by now, because we would have already had it back. Yeah. We just died for no reason. We're standing out in the wide-ass open, eating all this damage to the face. Yeah? You're letting the enemy team build so much ult charge off of you by taking all this damage. Even though Hog has a buff where he gives 20% less ult charge, you're still feeding them shit tons of ult. Like, you're a battery, dude. You can't just let them shoot you like this. We have to be taking cover and hiding. Run the fuck away. But we held our bait for way too long. We would have had ult, because you get ult charge off of your self-heal, and we'd be alive, ready to push with our team right now. But instead, our team is now pushing in without us. It's unlucky. I gotta take this to my hackerspace, see ya? Oh no, good luck, dude. The complete lack of high ground usage from all 12 people, I wonder if this is below gold. It might be. This might be a silver tank with good mechanics. I'm thinking it's a, like, low to mid gold tank. Dang, that was out of range. Unlucky. Okay. Yeah, I'm guessing 2200. Oh, I was going to say we'll just finish this point, but it looks like we don't cap this point, so we'll finish this map. Yep. Wait. Did he... Oh, melee wouldn't have quite killed him anyway, but we also didn't do it. But, sorry, we also need to do the combo right, yeah? So, as close as he was, you would have left-clicked. The typical combo is right-click hook. It's an animation cancel, yeah? You can throw the hook at, like, almost frame perfect immediately after you throw the right-click. And the right-click is a projectile, like they both travel along, so your hook lands at the same time a burst of damage does. Then they come in already, like, give or take a half to 3/4 health, and it makes you landing the left-click melee just way more deadly, yeah? As close as he was before we threw the hook, we do left-click hook, left-click melee, and he does not get out of this alive. But we left out the melee, and we left out the pre-fire. Like, it's why Hog, so your right clicks destruct at like 8 meters away, I believe. So if it blows up right in somebody's face, they take the explosion damage, plus they just eat a huge amount of that projectile to the face, and it does do headshot damage. If you land the right click at the right range, you can one-shot a Sigma. 400 HP, right-click hook, left-click melee, 400 HP is gone. He doesn't have time to get his suck off to live. Which is why you really need to be marking the Hog when you're playing Sig, because if he's a good Hog, he can straight up one-shot you, and nothing you can do about it. I think if you hit everything, you do 240 damage, left clicks or right clicks, so headshot. So that would be maximum 480 plus the melee plus the hook damage. Yeah, you can actually one-shot tanks. Good hook. Good. That was worth giving up your high ground off angle for, to kill both supports? Sure. Good. And now we need a push. Get the fuck off the cart. Yep. Yep. Ah. So that was kind of an easy hook, and we just panicked it. We know that this is where they're coming, and you could even hear their footsteps, so just already be aiming. She's running in a straight line. She doesn't see you. And that could have carried this. Oh, we get slept. Unlucky. Antied. Dang. And I think you did have to hit the vape there because it gives you a 50% damage reduction, so I think you would have died. This is GM? Oh, thank God. No. Guess by SR, yeah. Our current theory is probably around 2200. Because I'm a 2100 tank on my ult. Okay.
Victory.
So, yeah. Positioning is the first thing on Sigma for sure, and then second thing is just think about your cooldowns. Yeah, each of them. And what you're using it for. Know what you're blocking or eating or why you're doing it. Yeah? But mostly high ground off angles. And remember, off tanks, your job is not to go fight the front line. Your job is to peel your team and to control outer lanes. Yeah? If we're playing Hog, it's still the same thing, yeah? We need to take that off angle. And when you take an off angle, you're either looking to kill something or you're looking to draw aggro towards yourself without feeding for it. So if they have like, their whole team's over here, your team's here doing whatever, they're fighting, doing their thing, and we pop up over here. And we whiff the hook, unlucky, but two people on this enemy team turn to look at us. Meanwhile, we have, like a corner to hide behind. We got cover. We're good. So they're looking at us, but they're not really dealing much damage to us. And we're just sort of throwing some right clicks at them. Well, while this is happening, your team is taking a 5v4. For as long as these two are looking at you, they aren't helping their team or shooting your team. Yeah? So that's our job as an off tank, is either prevent the enemy team from doing this to our team or go do it to theirs. Take an off angle, kill something, or get two people looking at you. It's Hog and it's EU. He's like 3-6. Oh no. When you saw his Sigma, he was fighting the Reinhardt frontline, like face to face on cart as Sig the whole time. So I don't think it's 3-6 even in EU. Okay. Anyway, I hope that was helpful. If you want to get me another VOD, one where you're working on your positioning, there's so much more we can go into. This can go so deep. And like, your mechanics on Sig were not bad. We were just sort of randomly using our cooldowns, and we were standing in the exact worst place we possibly could, and we were getting our team to follow us there, which was getting them killed too. So, like, high grounds, off angles. If your team doesn't come with you, so be it. You can use it. And if they do come with you, great. They're following their tank to the good place.